The seller shall not have a right to sell, market, or transfer the property to any third party until the earlier of one of the three happens. If the first offer period ends without an approval by the buyer, the seller gives the buyer that unsigned purchase and sale agreement that has now been signed by the seller. The buyer has their 10 business days, and the buyer chooses not to sign that agreement. The first offer period ends. In that case, the seller can proceed and sell off the property to a third party. If the buyer rejects the first offer sale agreement, the seller signs the first offer sale agreement that the buyer provided originally. They give it to the buyer and they say, hey, here's the first offer agreement. And the buyer looks at it and says, I can't deal with these terms anymore. I reject it. If the buyer rejects it, seller can sell the property to a third party. Or if the material dates of that first offer sales agreement become impossible, for example, if the buyer said, you've got to close this thing by June 1st, and the first offer is now, it has now been manifested and it's September 1st. In that case, it's impossible to make that first offer work. So in that case, the seller can continue with their sale of the property to a third party.